What's the crack, guys? My name is Ó'Móráin, and in this video series, these next 10 or so videos, I want to talk you through striking the balance between gym and GAA and how to get the most out of both. First of all, I want to give you a quick run through on who I am and where I am, what we do here at Fit 100 and what I do. My name's Colm. I'm a chartered physiotherapist. I am a Gaelic footballer. I play cornerback for my club team Ó'Móráin. I've played inter-county football for 3 years. I used to play rugby for a lot. I went through, when I was very young, I played a lot of football all the way up through school and underage. And then when I got into secondary school, my secondary school was like a big rugby school. So I went to play rugby then for maybe 3-4 years, gave up the football. And in that 3 to 4 years and a couple of years prior to that, I had really grown to love the gym and spent a lot of time in the gym. So like a lot of guys, when I turned 15, 16, started lifting weights, started working out. So after going through that phase of rugby and a lot of gym work, I went back to playing football and had to kind of, we'll say, go from one extreme to the other. And now I'm fully focused on football. I own a gym myself, so this is my gym, Fit 100. Here at Fit 100, what we do is we help people with personalized programs. So we work on things that are specific to each individual. So we assess people first, and then after that we build them a specific program to bring them towards their goals. With this video series, I'm not going to be able to assess you. So I'm not going to be able to do something super specific, just tailored to you. But what I do want to do is share as much knowledge as I have and as much knowledge as we have here at Fit 100 in order to give you the information you need to make a program that will really work for you so that you can reach your goals. A little bit more about, we'll say, me and where this information is coming from. Even though I am a physiotherapist and I actually studied as a physiotherapist, my passion and my love has always been in the weights room, in the gym, and really kind of building athleticism. And that was, and that still is, the reason why I'm effective at football, is because I'm very athletic. I'm not the most skilled player. I don't have the best footballing brain, even though I would argue against that. But athletically, I do quite well. I keep myself in good shape all year round. I keep my body fat in around 10% or less. I'm lifting approximately 1.5 body weight bench press, 1.5 body weight pull-ups, 2 times body weight on a squat. Not sure what I am on a deadlift because I haven't deadlifted it in a long time. My best score on 150s was 767. I gotta work on that, I gotta get that a little bit higher. And as I said, I do want to focus on the physical aspect of things and look good, build some muscle, get stronger, but I also want to make that transferable over to GAA, and I don't want that to hurt my playing career. What we do here at Fit 100 is, again, the personalized programs based on assessments. This video series is essentially for any of the members here that want to strike the balance between GAA and gym. Any members watching that aren't in Limerick or aren't in our gym that again want to strike that balance, or any of the teams that come and train with us. So all of this video content, all this information is the information that we will be sharing with all the teams that we train here at Fit 100. To give you an idea of who we have, we've got the Limerick Senior Hurlers and Footballers, the under 21s, the minors. We've had them for the last number of years. They all train here every week. We've had the Tipperary Senior Hurlers that were based in Limerick with us for the last couple of years. We've had Olympic athletes train here, professional athletes train here, rugby players, soccer players. But mainly, our main kind of clientele is again the GAA player and GAA teams. A lot of the local teams here come to us for their strength and conditioning package, where they do pre-season training, we give them running programs, we do their testing, we retest, and we see them kind of periodically during the year based on how often they're training on the pitch. So I've gotten to know a lot of strength and conditioning coaches in the area who have worked here in Limerick with inter-county teams, with club teams. Some guys have moved abroad, and with that knowledge and with my own knowledge from my own education, I'm pulling all those resources. So I'm trying to gather everything I can from everyone that I meet, and I want to share as much of it with you as possible. So this is the intro video just to give you an overview of what we're doing and what this content is all about. What I want you to take from this particular video is 2 things. The first thing is, what are your goals? What do you specifically want to focus on? Is it more so towards the gym, or is it more so towards GAA? Most guys that I meet want to get a mixture of both. So I really want you to hone in on that. Are you more concerned with losing body fat, building muscle, or are you more concerned about getting on your team? From there then, what we want to decide is how much time you want to invest into this. Ultimately, you can do both really well if you put a ton of time into it. But if you're very limited with your time, maybe you have a job, maybe you're in college, maybe you're studying, maybe you have a social life, and you don't have as much energy to put into this, then you're going to have to pick and choose your battles and decide, okay, I'm going to focus X amount of time on the gym, I'm going to focus X amount of time on football or hurling. Now, if you're a college student, you should have loads and loads of time to put into this, so you guys are the guys that are really going to be able to take this information on board and really run with it. And this kind of just goes back to why people talk about the GAA as being a young man's game or a game of students and teachers. Essentially, the more time you have to invest in something, the better you get at it. And if you're able to put in more time and put in better practice than the person you're competing against, you're going to be a better player. So that is kind of a big theme about what we have in this video series. It's about practice, it's about investing time, it's about perfect practice, because you've got to be doing the right things with your time, and then from there, that will really see you improve as a player physically and skill-wise on the pitch. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to talk about gym movements to get stronger and to build more muscle. I'll talk about specific movements and things you can do in the gym for hurling and football. I'll talk about nutrition, how we should eat, what supplements we should take to improve our performance on the pitch. I'm going to talk about planning your training schedule based on what time you have available to you. And I'll also talk about planning your training schedule over the period of a year based on whether you're in pre-season, you're in off-season, or if you're in the middle of championship. I'll talk about reducing your risk of injury and things you can incorporate into your program based on an injury history that you have. I'll talk about overtraining and this whole idea of GA players training like professional athletes, and are they doing too much, and why are we having so many injuries. I'll talk about this idea of perfect practice and how you want to look at getting better as a whole as a player, but also within the gym, and talk about the time you have to dedicate to it. I'll talk about testing and where you need to be at physically in order to be a good junior, intermediate, senior player, or get onto an inter-county team. We have gathered a ton of data over the last few years. I won't be sharing the data necessarily with you, but I'll give you an idea as to where you should look to be physically in order to get the most out of the GYM and GAA. So I'll give you some really hard data. I'll take you through some sample training programs that we recommend for people here, and the training splits that we recommend at different times of the year. And if there's anything that you would like me to add into the video series, of course, let me know. You can contact me on social media at Coach Colm, or you can reach me on the private Facebook group which I am setting up. It's called GYM and GAA, and on there I'll post all of this content and I'll answer any questions that people have. That's it from this video. I would recommend you go find that Facebook page, GYM and GAA, and there I'm going to put up any of the sample programs that we put together for this video series, and you'll be able to get those there. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you share the video with the lads if you think they'll be interested in it, and I'll see you in the next one. Slán!